Well, hey guys, welcome to Bowhunting Soul. Thanks for joining me again. Okay, so I did it. I know I swore I wouldn't get another ASL. I kind of swore off ASLs, but after talking with Eric Hoff of St. Patrick Lake Longbows, I had him on the podcast, and Joshua Miller, who shoots a lot of St. Patrick Lake stuff. I didn't want to be a quitter. I didn't like the other ASL that I had because it had the grip didn't fit me and things like that. But I didn't want to give up on the ASL thing. There's something pretty special about just a bent D-shaped bow, right? So after much talking and deliberation and talking to people and getting some advice, and even talked to Cody Greenwood, and he's like, dude, this bow is pretty sweet. So I ordered the Pacific Styk from St. Patrick Lake. Now Eric Hoff is the bowyer, like I said, and built a very, very sweet bow. You can see it says Pacific Styk there. It's called Pacific Styk because it's got Pacific U cores. Or by the way, check out this awesome Selway quiver. Messaged Drew over there and said, hey, I've got this bow coming. Here's the colors. You got anything that matches? And man, look at that. How pretty is that? Selway Archery. I love their quivers. So anyway, Pacific Styk, right? So this is a Purple Heart riser. Now I chose the custom route with this. So Purple Heart riser, U cores, and curly maple limbs. Beautiful stuff, right? He does have a grip on here. It's a leather grip, but again, like I did with my Java Man Elkhart, I ended up putting the Sure grip on there. And it's really nice. Now about the grip, the one thing I didn't like about that Northern Mist that I tried, and again, nothing against Northern Mist, it was just that particular bow with that particular grip, was there was a hard knife edge down here in the grip part, right? And it literally hurt, not to be a sissy about it, but it literally hurt to draw the bow because it was so hard and it pivoted in my hand. I didn't like that. And if you know me, I always say, grip is like 90% of the bow for me. Well, everyone said, well, the Pacific Styk's got, that's kind of hard to tell, but it's got a flatter grip over here that's in the palm, and it doesn't rock in your hand. It's not hard, it doesn't hurt, and especially after I put this Sure grip on there, it makes it a little bit softer. I put it over there because the leather to me, no matter what leather grip it is, it moves around in my hand if your hand gets a little sweaty after shooting or something like that. But the Sure grip it's basically inner tube. You can use, inner tube. This is great stuff, right? So it makes it a little more hand filling. It makes it a little softer in the hand, but this flat spot is great. And I also got the dished grip here, okay, which is just like a little half moon or, kind of a circular moon, whatever cutout. And that actually helps kind of rock the bow into your, not rock the bow, but kind of like locate the bow into your hand. Honestly though, I probably could have gotten away with a straight grip with how nice and flat this is in here. But I do love the dish grip. But I'm thinking, man, if his other ASLs, his American or whatever that he has, has this flat spot, I don't think that would have been a problem either. This is a very, very sweet shooting bow. It's 45 pounds. It's marked 44 at 27. It's actually 44 and a half at 27 is what he told me. I'm pulling just a tad over that when I actually fully expand. I'm pulling a tad under that when I, don't expand. There's no way I'm going to put a clicker on this bow. It ain't happening. So I'm shooting about 44, 45 pounds. These arrows I have today are actually from my Grizzly. They're a little too short for this bow. They're a little too stiff. Okay. As you can see, I'm only down to, except for the ones that actually have broadheads on my Grizzly. So these, I'm going to shoot 3 at a time, and I'm probably not going to be shooting at the same spot. So you're gonna have to trust me when I'm always honest with you guys about my shooting. If I'm aiming at a spot today, if I miss it, I'll tell you where I'm supposed to be aiming. But man, this thing it's very, very nice. I had my apprehensions about, and like hardly any shelf, right? Like a longbow, an ASL has hardly any shelf on here. It's not an elevated rest, but it's pretty sweet. I'm gonna take some shots. This is a preliminary review. Everybody was telling me, hey, when are you gonna do a video? When are you gonna do a video? And I'm like, well, I'm actually waiting on a new string. I gotta say, the string on this, not a fan. It's okay. It's a B50 or B55. It's not that it's that. It's just I just don't like the quality of the string. But I've got a new string coming from Trevor Fielder, TTT, Triple T. I always not sure how he says it, but that's on the way. D97, and everyone says, even Eric says, man, that's really going to even more wake up this bow. So maybe these arrows will be just fine because it's going to put more energy into it, but I'm not going to do any like cutting of other arrows or anything like that until I get that string and I get it on here. But I just couldn't wait. It's my only day I have to actually go shoot today and do some videos. So I figured, well, I'm going to do a video, even though this isn't a final tune on this bow. Man, I'm loving shooting this. I know it's the honeymoon stage. I've only had it a few days. In fact, smell that. Can you smell it? Yeah, I can still smell the finish on there, right? Yeah, so I'm actually going to go around, you know, shooting at different targets. I'll pick out the spot that I'm going to shoot at. I'll tell you about it, and like I said, I'll be honest about it if I hit it or don't hit it, or if I screw up or whatever. But yeah, this is it. So Pacific Styk from St. Patrick, Lake Longbows. Go check them out. Super, you know, great guy, great to deal with. I know there's been other videos on there. Joshua Miller has reviews on this because he shoots his bows. I know Cody Greenwood had both of those guys on his YouTube channel, and Eric talks about how you know, he's got like different you know, the design of these limbs, you know, like one is actually, I think it's like skinnier than the other, and one's longer than the other, just for limb timing and everything like that. Super smooth, no hand shock. These things are 575 as they are right now, so there's no hand shock with this thing. And of course, you know, I'm holding it, you know, like you're supposed to with a longbow, right? You know, kind of almost like holding a straight broomstick. You're not doing one of these. I do have to I personally like canting it quite a bit, and I find that I shoot a little bit straighter that way. So far the brace, I've got it at 6 3/8. He recommends 6 1/4 plus or minus a quarter. But I know guys that are shooting, you know, this particular bow or his other ASLs like up to over 7-inch, right? And Eric even says that that's fine. Go ahead if that's what you need. And with a tiny little, you know, little arm guard here, I'm getting a tiny little welt, or without the arm guard. I don't know if you can see that, right? Kind of here, right? Where the string goes forward. Again, if I get a D97 string, it's not going to stretch as much. It may not go forward and whack my wrist. It may or may not. I don't know. I might be hoping there. But honestly, with a little arm guard like this, tiny, you know, this part doesn't even. All I need is like a little section right here, and I don't even feel it. It's not that big a deal. So I got it at 6 3/8. It's super quiet. Yeah, and the knock height I've got right now at just a tick under 5/8. Which is kind of weird for me because most of my other bows, especially my recurves and my reflex deflex longbows, I'm at like 3/4 inch or more, 7/8 sometimes, you know. But this is the first one I've actually had. Maybe it's just because of the way the grip is this way, and I'm not doing one of these. I don't know. Anyway, that's it. This is Pacific Styk. Let's go shooting. It's already 10-minute video. Thanks for sticking around, by the way. If you want to quit now, you can, but I'm going to do some shooting. All right, follow me around. Okay, so I got a turkey over there, 15 yards. Gonna aim for the red wattle. That's how quiet this bow is. Okay, saw a little bit of a tiny kick there. Again, it's a little bit stiff for me, but let's go check it out. Okay, so like I said, that flew just a little bit left over here. I was kind of aiming over here. That's the case to be. I don't know if you can see that deer target over there. It's kind of hard to do this. There we go. I'm gonna try and shoot right dead center there. Here we go. Now I'm behind the camera, or right next to the camera, but just listen to how quiet it is. I mean, that's like whisper quiet. By the way, that's right in the boiler room, as they say. Okay, there's a hog at 15 yards. Gonna aim for like just straight up the leg, kneeling. Bit of a kick, right? That's probably due to my release. Let's do one more. Little high. One more. Okay, that one was just about perfect. Okay, so the bottom one was the first one, a little low. This was the second one, a little high. And this was the last one. So again, you know, not perfect right now. I've been shooting for a little bit, and they're still not, again, they're a little too stiff for what for what I'm trying to do here, but kind of gives you an idea. Look how, I mean, I don't know how, if you felt how quiet, or heard how quiet that was. That's pretty damn quiet. That is a quiet bow. So that's a beautiful thing about these ASLs or any longbow, really. They just go, you know, you don't really hear anything. So I'm going to put you down here, and I'm going to kind of take a few more shots over here, and maybe you can get a perspective. Shot from my perspective here. Again, I'm going to be crouching down as if I'm kind of hunting from the ground. Just a tad high. I'll take that. So this was the first one, and these are the second two. 15 yards. Again, not pinpoint accurate just yet, but hey, I'm getting there. Okay, we got a terrifying bear over here at 10 yards. That's pretty money. Now we got another longer shot over here. That target there, that's 20. This may not be so good. We'll see. Ooh, not bad. Just this much to the right. Let's go down and look. Okay, so this one was pretty much dead nuts. That's pretty sweet, right? And then, I'm carrying down the tripod here. This one was definitely to the right. I was aiming over there. Right, ended up to the right, but again, that's 20 yards. It's kind of long. And by the way, I'm trying to do the feather in the nose thing. You know, when I'm drawing back, you know, just to be trying to be consistent. As soon as this touches my nose, that's kind of my trigger to let go. So I trying to get a consistent draw length. That's part of the problem too. Sometimes I'm short drawing and I'm not getting a good expansion. So, you know, okay, so working on a camera angle. There's a deer over there. I want to shoot from here. It'll be about 18 yards, 17 yards. You see me here? That's pretty sweet. Okay, let's go. So yeah, I was aiming at this orange right here. Ended up a little bit to the right. Again, that's a good shot for me. Again, I've been tending to kind of shoot to the right a little bit, or sorry, to the left a little bit at longer ranges. This one was to the right, but it worked out. The last few here, it's about 12, 15 yards or so at that target. But I'm gonna do a profile of me shooting. I'm gonna shoot at the center, just so you can get an idea of what this looks like. At full draw, right here. And I'm expanding. Nose. Little kick. Again, better arrows, better string. I think it's going to tune right in. Do one more shot. Touch high. Last one. Let's go down and take a look. See that? There you go. So again, I was aiming here. First couple were high, and I think the third one was kind of a little bit better, but you know, we're talking a couple inches again. So I mean, honestly, with the two, you know, would I feel confident right now if there's a deer in front of me at 12, 15 yards? I think I do. I think I would, honestly. I haven't tuned with broadheads, obviously, but again, yeah, I mean, this is just a quick wrap up for you guys here. I mean, this is just an amazing, sweet shooting bow. Super quiet. Shoots way better for me than I thought an ASL was going to. I was really kind of nervous about it. I was prepared to embrace the suck with learning to shoot an ASL and having one or whatever, but and I said, if I'm gonna have one, I'm gonna have a beautiful one. At least if I can carry around a stick that I can't shoot, it's gonna look nice. Well, turns out this shoots really nice and I can shoot it, and it's only been like a week. Again, I know it's the honeymoon phase and we go through this with every single bow. Does it mean it's gonna replace any of my other bows? Absolutely not. I am still madly in love with my Java Man Elkhart. I still love shooting my Grizzly. I love all that stuff, but I wanted an ASL. I wanted to do the D-shape longbow thing and kind of prove to myself that yes, I can shoot these damn things. And yeah, with a little bit of tuning, it's going to be even better. So anyway, so there's an initial thing. I'm sure I'll do more further in-depth videos on this stuff with the new string, and if I get arrows tuned to it, or maybe these arrows will tune in just fine with the better string and stuff like that. But obviously, keep tuned in. I really appreciate you guys' interest in this, not only in the channel, but also, in kind of my journey. Those of you listen to the podcast, and if you don't, please listen to the podcast, Bowhunting Soul podcast. My kind of woes with the whole ASL thing. It's kind of become a joke. So there's a bunch of you guys that have messaged me saying, man, I know this is going to be it for you. This is going to be the one. It's going to be good. Fingers crossed, all that kind of stuff. So anyway, yeah. It worked out. So Erikoff, thank you. You built a fantastic, really, really great bow. Joshua Miller, thank you for all your advice. Cody Greenwood, thanks for all your advice. And anybody else who's offered up any advice on any of the Facebook groups, or the Hill Style Bow Facebook groups, or anything like that. So just show you guys, if you're kind of in my position and you can't get along with the grip of something, or you can't get along with whatever it is, just understand that there's bowyers out there that will, all these are not the same. You know what I mean? So what one style and one style grip works for one person may not work for you, and that doesn't mean that that's the end all be all out there, that you're not going to be able to shoot one of these bows. Case in point, right here, me. So anyway, there you go. Thanks for watching, guys. Please like, share, and subscribe. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you guys next time.